Hi everybody, it's Meira. Welcome to another installment of Meira Speaks. Today I'm going to be talking about the concept of a two-state solution. A lot of people have been talking about that. For those not aware, the idea is that the Jews can have a state in the Middle East, the state of Israel, and the Arabs from the same region can have their own separate Arab state. Sounds reasonable enough, but there are different ideas about that, and I am going to explain my take on it. And my take on it is that it's a smokescreen. Yeah, I mean that. It's a smokescreen. Why is it a smokescreen? Because the majority of Arabs don't want it. They don't want a two-state solution. They just want Jews gone. And they've proven it time and time again. Dr. Phil McGraw, a TV personality who has helped many individual people, many couples, many families, he happens to be pro-Israel. And one of my favorite quotes of his is that the best way to predict future behavior is past behavior. So let's take a look at the past behavior. In 1947, the UN came out with a partition plan. It was a two-state solution, which gave the Jews a Jewish state and it gave the Arabs an Arab state. The Jews accepted it. They wanted a state, they had worked hard to build it up, and they accepted the UN plan. The Arabs did not accept the plan. Not only that, but they made war. And they lost. And time again after that, the Israelis have offered all kinds of plans. All kinds of other two-state solutions have come up, have been talked about. And Israel, in many instances, was ready to go with it for the sake of peace. But the Arabs never wanted it. Either they just plain said no and that was it, or they made war. In 2005, the Israelis did make a deal, and they handed over the Gaza Strip to the Arabs, in which they could have built a homeland, and they did it in exchange for peace. They thought they were getting a good peace agreement. They weren't. The Arabs could have built it up into a beautiful and productive place, and they chose not to. Instead, they built it into a base for terror attacks, primarily against Israel. And then, from 2005 onward, though, there hasn't been a single Jew in Gaza until October 7th, 2023, when Hamas attacked Israel. They raped, murdered, and kidnapped people. It wasn't even just an attack, it was a massacre. There were crimes against humanity. And now, we still have over 100 people still held hostage. Human beings, not political pawns, human beings still held hostage. And yet, here we are talking about a two-state solution, which the Arabs do not want. Now, a lot of the proponents of a two-state solution are saying, yeah, but there are innocent Arabs who want it. And I know there are. But just how many of them are there? How many Arabs are there who are truly innocent? There were hostages in Gaza who were later released, who reported being held hostage inside civilian homes. The 4 rescued hostages from just before Shavuot, they were held hostage in civilian homes where they were starved and abused. Now you might say, okay, but the civilians were afraid of what Hamas might do. Sorry, I'm not buying it. As long as they were behind closed doors, they could have at least made sure that the hostages were, eating and drinking and getting whatever care they needed. But no, they starved and they abused them. The children went through horrors that no child deserves to do. They lost their innocence. These are not people who want a two-state solution. Now, a lot of the people who are preaching a two-state solution are people who are talking out of two sides of their mouths. They might claim that they support Israel, but then they get all wishy-washy about it in some way or another. And of course, they talk about the two-state solution. In that case, two-state solution is nothing but one more bit of anti-Semitic rhetoric. But then there are people who really are supportive of Israel, who really do believe that Israel is a sovereign country, that it has a right to exist, that it has a right to defend its people, and that what happened on October 7th was crimes against humanity, and that Hamas deserves exactly what they get. And yet these people are talking about a two-state solution. These people who are otherwise unequivocally supportive of Eretz Yisrael, they're not anti-Semites. But they're fooled by the smokescreen. Again, there can't be talk of a two-state solution involving people who don't want it. Now, I think that in the future, there can be talk of a two-state solution, but it's going to be a while. First, we have to get our hostages back. Every last one of them. Like I always say in my posts, they are humans, not pawns. They do not deserve to be trapped in Gehenna. We need to get them back. We need to also make sure that Hamas can't do this again. We need to eliminate the threats from Hamas, from Hezbollah, from Iran, from all the terrorist groups. Then, the Arabs need to start de-radicalizing and promoting peaceful coexistence. And that is going to take a long, long time because they have had Jew hatred drilled into them for a long, long time, and it's very hard to undo. But if they really want a two-state solution, they will. They're going to do everything they can to earn it. But until they have earned it, we should not be talking about a two-state solution. We should be talking about getting our hostages back and eliminating the terrorist threats, first and foremost. I am not fooled by the smokescreen, and I don't think anyone else should be, because that is what a two-state solution is right now. It's a smokescreen. It makes the Jew haters look like they care about peace, and a lot of people are falling for it. I'm not. And I urge all of you, I urge all of my viewers, I urge everyone, know the facts, know what you're dealing with, and don't be fooled.